Hi everyone, it's Emily here and I am back with another anxiety talk. Now, the past few weeks have been really difficult and I just feel like they're never ending. But I'm just going to get one thing clear. This time next week, I have got my dance showcase, which is something that we've been doing every single year for the past 3 or 4 years now. And every single year I always get nervous, I get very anxious and my anxiety is through the roof. But the annoying thing is that it goes so freaking well. But then again, I worry about jinxing it. I worry thinking I'm going to let it go to my head and then everything goes horribly wrong. So I'm nervous, I'm scared because for the first time as well, we're actually doing 2 shows, which is something I haven't done since I was 13. But this is definitely like a one step ahead of coming out of my comfort zone. So this is something that I wanted to quickly talk about as well. Obviously not about the show, but obviously mostly about challenging your thoughts. Now, this is something I've been wanting to talk about for such a long time because it's a tip I learned when I was in therapy. And sometimes like I challenge it without even noticing. And I feel like now that I've battled anxiety for such a long time, probably, since childhood or like 10 years now, like nearly 10 years when I first got diagnosed with it. And it was a tip that I learned when I was in therapy. And it's crazy because it's like sometimes I don't even know I'm even doing it, which is a bit unusual. But like I said, I'm a lot older now. I'm more aware of how I challenge my thoughts and everything. And this is something that really does need to be spoken up about because I think that is the number one priority of how to cope with anxiety. So obviously the past few weeks have been a nightmare. I mean, especially with the heat wave. I don't do well with the heat wave. And of course, with like the third one coming up, it's like, oh crap. So, but thankfully, I mean, they're not saying, oh, it's going to be like a 40-degree heat or 36, 38. There's been no reports about it. So that's another good thing. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm challenging my thoughts again. So yeah, but recently, for those of you who don't know, I've just become an auntie. And I saw him, I think it was like the other week or last week or something. I can't exactly remember. But oh my God, I couldn't stop crying when I first met him. It was just so emotional. And yeah, I can't wait to see him again and, just give him big cuddles. Yeah. But what happened is that he had, obviously, like, when like you have like a newborn, you have like the health visitors, you have like midwives and everything. Apparently when he was born he has jaundice, which is completely natural in babies. My sister had it, her partner had it. I never had it, so, and it's annoying because sometimes I wish I did, but yeah. And so of course, Broden, my nephew, yeah, he had it. And last time that they had the health visitor come round, they reckoned that he might still have a tiny little bit of jaundice in him. So they said to him that they want to give him a blood test. Now, that again was scary because I thought, oh my God. And it's annoying because it's like we can't even see the jaundice. We reckon that, maybe it's because of like, it's just his skin colour. Maybe it's just because the room is all in beige. So of course it can show off a little bit of, this and that. But my sister and the partner, yeah, they ain't worried. I mean, my mum's not worried, but I think personally, yeah, they are a little bit because I mean, like jaundice in babies, if they last a lot longer, it could be a bit, maybe there's an infection or something else. And obviously when you have anxiety, that's like 100 times worse. It is so scary. But the most important thing about it, and again, I'm challenging my thoughts, is that they are saying that they ain't too concerned about it. They can't exactly see it. He might still have a little bit, but they just want to be cautious. They want to like do a precaution procedure, something like that. And my sister even said to them, do you know what? I want every single little test on him done just because of, what happened with Caleb. So yeah, which is good. So yeah, that's a good thing. And this is again what I wanted to talk about again with the showcase coming up. I mean, I am nervous about it. The slightest little thing is going to trigger my anxiety. But this is like the thing that I've actually like said to myself. If you want to be a professional dancer, if you want to be a performer, this is something you have to freaking do. You have to take every opportunity that is going to come to you. You have to go to it. And this is like the annoying thing about my family is that they don't understand just how passionate I am about performing and about my dancing, but they see it as a hobby. I freaking don't. It's my passion, it's my dream, and I am desperate, you know, to be a performer. I'm desperate. But then again, when you have this anxiety, it's just like you just can't win. You really can't win, and it's so annoying. But again, you know, I'm challenging my thoughts, saying, if you want to do this, you have to take every opportunity that comes to it. And the annoying thing is that they always say to me, nobody famous is going to see you dance. Nobody is going to be sitting in that audience. And yeah, I know that. That is my reality. I know. But it's nice to fantasize about it, isn't it? Isn't it like, you know, but seriously, because that's just like, I just want to be noticed. You know what I mean? So yeah, but it's just annoying how like they don't accept me. They can't exactly like accept my passion. They can't, and it's annoying because it's like they ain't being supportive of like my dance. They're just like saying, oh my god, and like, you know, you're nervous about the showcase, of course, you know, like, and they can't even like say to me, and take a deep breath, it's going to be all right, you're going to be amazing. And it's sad because it's like part of me does kind of wish that I could take them, you know, and see me dance, and that way they can see how passionate I am. But what bothers me is the embarrassment. I mean, they have not come to any of my shows because I refuse to let them watch me. But if we did it like in a real theatre, absolutely I would invite them, and I would make sure they'll sit right at the very back where I can't even see them. Because when we did our first show, we did it in the studio, and then we did it in a school last year, and we're doing it at the same school this year as well, which is nerve-wracking, but because it's a bit of more of a bigger space. But yeah, you know, I know where it is, so that's absolutely fine. But I just feel like, oh my god, this is gonna be like the longest day ahead. But you know what, I know I'll get through it. But I would say, you know, it's like starting school. It's really scary, but then once you see your friends, you're like, oh, it's all right, I can breathe now, I can smile again. But it's hard. But you know, I don't have to keep you guys all updated or anything, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, but, and again, this is something else I wanted to talk about as well. So a few weeks ago, well, obviously, no, actually a few days ago, my mum went to the doctors, obviously just to see a nurse about her ear. And this is, again, what bothered me the most, because apparently she struggled with like a blocked ear for like quite a long time, which is something I've had millions of times. And it's funny because I haven't had it in years, which is very unusual. And she went to have her ears checked, and this is again what's bothering me. I keep thinking to myself, did she really have her ears done? Or is there something else that she's not telling me? And this is again what anxiety does to me. It's got a stronger issue with it. Because like apparently when she had her ears checked, one was all completely clear, but the other one was like really far inside. And I don't know if they can do this, but the nurse referred my mum to the doctors to have a hearing test. And that's when my anxiety really did take a turn for the worst. And again, the same thing happened again a few weeks ago. So she went to the dentist as well, because apparently like her bottom tooth was a bit loose, and it turns out she had a gum infection. Now, my mum is petrified of the dentist, and I don't know if they do this either, but you know when like they have to have an x-ray, I don't know if they do that in every single appointment, or, you know, they do it for old people. And because like she couldn't handle that, they referred her to the hospital. Now, they was going to do this back in February this year, but of course my anxiety got bad again. I had a really bad episode with it. And then like she cancelled it because she thought, oh, it's no big deal, it's no big deal. And she said to me like they're going to try it again. So again, I thought, right, I need to challenge their thoughts and everything. And it's like, I YouTubed it, I Googled it. It's nothing bad. They don't check for this or that. But again, when the anxiety really hits you, it really hits you. So again, that was really hard to digest. And even more of a stressful time, my freaking TV went down. And oh my God, my mum can't live without the TV. Like she would be very happy to take it to her grave, literally. She's that bad with it. So again, we figure out what the hell are we going to do? What the hell are we going to do? And I'm completely panicking. I'm having another bad anxiety episode. And then my mum came up with the idea, I even thought about this. So, you know, we bought the TV from upstairs, brought it down, worked wonders. And we called up them people, obviously EE, and they said, oh yeah, it looks broken, there's nothing we can do about it, so you know, we'll get you a new one. I paid for a new TV, paid in full. Thanks, Mom. So yeah, we got that sorted. When the TV came, again, it was a nightmare because, again, trying to like set it up, and we video chatted the people on like how to set it up. But, you know, it all went okay, but I was going to swear then, but really it just shows, oh my God. And it's just annoying because it's just like, oh my God. It's like with the showcase coming up, I need to avoid stress. I need to avoid so much issues, but they just keep coming at me. And it's like, oh my God, give me a break. And it's annoying because I really wanted yesterday to have like a nicer bit of a breather. And this is again what annoyed me so badly. I said to my mom a few days ago, you know, let's go around the shops and then let's go to a Harvester for like, you know, for lunch or like a nice meal. And, you know, she took the idea. We was like, yeah, let's do that. Something nice and small, something nice and easy. Oh my God, how wrong was I to believe that that was going to be like a very nice date? It turned out to be a freaking nightmare. And again, my mom, being my mom, has problems with her phone because she wants to switch over to a new phone and like a new something else. I can't exactly remember. And I begged her, Mum, please don't phone up those people, not of all days. But she kept saying to me, Em, I'm being charged with like one phone. I'm being charged with another SIM card. I have to do it. It was a nightmare. Freaking nightmare. Absolute nightmare. And I completely snapped because she was retesting my patience. And again, I got stressed and I was just like, for God's sake, right, let's go out. Let's just go. And then all of a sudden, before we got on the bus, we forgot our Oyster cards. So I had to run back home, grab the Oyster cards, get them back. And oh my God, as you can tell, absolutely pissed off. And we didn't have a look around the shops because, like, again, my mum wanted to get her phone sorted. And we just sat down and tried to talk about things, but it wasn't even helping. Seriously, like, nothing is helping anymore. And we get on another bus to go to Harvester, you know, just for lunch. And then the destination changes because the traffic was unbearable. But eventually, you know, we got there and it was nice, but I didn't even enjoy yesterday. And it was meant to be like a very, very nice day. So I don't know why I'm even bothering anymore. And it's funny because it just makes you realise, you know what? I am so happy that I'm not making plans for my birthday this year because it will all just go horribly wrong. Even like the smallest little things can go horribly wrong. So yeah, it's all been a nightmare recently. I just feel like, oh my God, how am I going to breathe? And it's funny because I keep thinking, because they all keep saying to me, you know, once your showcase is over, you can go and relax. But I'm like, well, no, because something else is gonna happen that's gonna set me off again. So be aware of that. But really, it's ridiculous in a way. But again, when you're trying to challenge your thoughts, it's like, again, it's hard, but you know, I hate anxiety. It's such a freaking nightmare. It's just so awful. It's just like, oh my God, when am I going to breathe again? So annoying. And yeah. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to come out and let this all out. Tell you that, yeah, you know, I'm still uploading. I'm still on TikTok. But, you know, life just gets in so much hassle. It's just a nightmare. So, yeah, I hope you guys see you guys real soon. I'll probably come back with another Most Rarest We've Got in Kids shows. But again, I'm struggling to come up with ideas because I do have so many in mind. But I just don't have the time to do it because it's so complicated. Because, like, you know, with work schedules and everything. And it's just like, oh, my God, it's just a lot. So, but, yeah, hopefully. But then again, I always say that. And they never work anyway. Like, you know, you always say, oh, yeah, hopefully things will get better. Things will get better. No, they don't get better. They really don't get better. It just sucks. So, yeah. But anyway, guys, I'll see you guys real soon. Hopefully. Well, I shouldn't really say hopefully, but yeah, I'll be back soon.